Excuse me, I'm Thomas Astruck, the movie director.
Cat Noir and Ladybug, two heroes facing their destiny, coming soon to theaters.
The real Cat Noir and Ladybug won't be able to make it to tonight's premiere, but I hope they'll love my movie as much as we love them.
Putting yourself into your own show is one of the most egotistical, childish, and downright narcissistic things a person could do. I seriously cannot believe that ZAG approved this. Again, are Ladybug and Cat Noir paid for their likenesses, or is this theft? We saw this movie back in Sabotage, and yet it's only releasing now? Did Bunnix mess with the time stream again?
Teen Idol son who voiced Cat Noir, Adrian aggressed.
Adrian voiced Cat Noir? And nobody realizes his voice is the exact same? Not even Marinette? Sure, whatever.
We've got 600 macaroons.
For like the billionth time, they're macarons, not macaroons.
We should have hired someone to help us serve all these guests for the premiere.
Me! I can totally help you out with that. You guys don't trust me. I'm such a klutz. Even I wouldn't trust me.
Of course you're not a klutz, my darling. You're hired.
I know as a parent you don't want to exclude your daughter, but this was a bad decision by all accounts.
We'll just make twice the number of macaroons, just in case.
And are you charging the client for the extra macarons? If so, that's theft. And if not, where's the money for this coming from?
The amazing macaroon! Ta-da! Don't you think your father's 800 macaroons will be plenty?
Tom said there were 600 macarons, not 800.
He's expecting a regular macaroon, but I give him this macaroon. He takes one bite and says, "Oh, Marinette, it's passion fruit, my favorite. How can you know me this well when I'm so secretive?"
Secretive? He's a celebrity. Nothing about him is a secret.
Wait, is this why you bake a single macaroon every Sunday? Who knows when the perfect opportunity is going to come up?
Even if she bakes one every week, this one is still probably a bit stale. She should really bake one every 3 days, just to be safe.
This is a private event, sir.
Huh? Excuse me, I'm Thomas Astruck, the movie director.
You filmed Cat Noir and Ladybug? What are they like in real life?
It's an animated movie. It's all cartoon characters. We don't actually film anyone.
Nobody is that stupid to one, not recognize the director who marketed the event is definitely on the guest list and is clearly wearing his lanyard, and two, not realize it's an animated movie.
Whatever, who would want to see Ladybug and Cat Noir as cartoon characters?
Literally everybody who came to the premiere, and us, the audience. Again, nobody is this stupid. Honestly, I think this is plenty grounds for termination. Somebody fire this guy.
Ladybug's one of my best buds. I can't wait to see her movie.
Well, I'm the director, so actually it's more my movie, so to speak.
Oh, so you're the one who created the story?
Well, technically, the screenwriters wrote the story, inspired by Ladybug's exploits.
Oh, okay. So you did all the drawings?
No, the animators do all the drawings.
So what do you do then?
Well,
Jagged brings up a really good point here. There are lots of people who work on movies, but most of them never gain any sort of public recognition, including the directors. This entire episode is Astruck, both the real and fictional one, throwing a tantrum that nobody knows who he is, but people not recognizing him is totally normal. So, fictional Thomas, what makes you so special? What about you specifically makes you better than all the other directors out there? Why are you worthy of praise and adoration that nobody else receives? As for the real Thomas, I want to cut him some slack here, as he did conceptualize the show and is most definitely a lead writer with a ton of influence, but the same can be said for plenty of other directors, and yet you don't see any of them throwing these types of fits. So all I can say is this: Thomas, you're a full-grown man. Act like it.
I'm the movie director.
Oh, really? So you're the one responsible for this movie?
Yes, exactly, that's me.
No, everyone who worked on it is responsible for it. You said yourself that you didn't do it alone, and why was he so insistent that it's his movie? I don't think I've ever heard any other director say something like that. I get it. In real life, you made the series. It's your story, and you are responsible for it. But in universe, you didn't. Ladybug and Cat Noir already existed, and so you took them and made a movie, which literally anybody else could have thought of. If you hadn't done it, somebody else would have. In real life, this arrogance is already pushing it, but in universe, it's completely unfounded. That thing should be pure dust at this point, considering how many times it's been kicked.
No, you quit it!
Where did this macaron come from? Why are both of these extras staring at me? Somebody tell them to stop breaking the fourth wall. I can't afford to replace it again.
What do you think you're doing sitting next to my Adrikins? That's my seat!
Don't ever touch me again. Don't ever speak to me again. Don't ever look at me again.
I may not like Kagami, but that was amazing.
Konbanwa, Tsurugi-san. Dozo yoroshiku onigashimasu.
Ow, my ears! I know a bit of Japanese, and that pronunciation was terrible. Now I understand what all you Mandarin speakers had to go through, and I'd like to apologize sincerely for putting you through that. So, apparently Kagami's mother and Gabriel have known each other for a while, but Adrian and Kagami only met in Riposte. That seems wrong. Why would their parents not have introduced them the second the Tsurugis moved to Paris, especially since their eventual marriage was the grand plan? Of course, the answer is that the writers probably didn't didn't know that yet when they introduced Kagami, but it's still rather odd.
We need a plan. What do you mean, a plan? Yeah, well, I don't even have a seat, so... If we get rid of Kagami before the movie starts, there'll be an extra seat for you. We can't do that. Fine. Keep on not being sure about it, and tomorrow, Adrian and Kagami will be on a plane headed for Japan. Japan? There's no way. You think? They're already going to the movies together. Their parents are signing papers together. We can't let her do that!
Even if that was true, why would separating them here change that? Adrian still has work to do in Paris, so if he was going to Japan, it would be a planned trip that wouldn't be disrupted by anything that happened here. Also, Marinette literally helped Adrian go on a date with Kagami last season. Her sudden switch up here is extremely odd. I love signing my Lorem Ipsum contracts.
Surely you're not gonna team up with Chloe. I'm just stopping Kagami from kidnapping Adrian and taking him off to Japan.
Kidnapping? Are you out of your mind? First of all, Adrian is plenty old enough to make his own decisions, so it wouldn't be kidnapping, and second of all, why are you blindly believing some random hypothetical Chloe threw out? You hate her, remember? There isn't any evidence that this is true, and yet Marinette commits to this plan as if Adrian traveling to Japan is a proven fact. Ugh, this is all so contrived. Could we really not come up with a better subplot?
Chloe, we can't do this! Listen, Marinette, if we don't sacrifice a few macarons now, Adrian will be eating sushi for the rest of his life. Better not screw this up, Dupen Chang. I'm doing this for you, Adrian.
I still don't see why they think one instance of sabotage is going to ruin their friendship. They've known each other for a while, and we all know Adrian is too nice to stop talking to people for virtually any reason. I mean, he's still friends with Chloe, isn't he?
Hey there, kids!
Ladybug isn't here, children. We came here to meet the director of the movie.
Well, of course they would be disappointed to see a normal guy if they were expecting a superhero. You should be glad the woman recognized you at all, right? Also, recolored, reused models are always unsettling.
Sit down. I'll help you.
Just brush off the crumbs. Am I going insane? No way. The chair slid perfectly? They didn't tip over from being pulled like that? Adrian didn't see it? Also, that chair came from all the way over there. The string didn't get tangled or caught on anything when Adrian moved it? And he somehow didn't see the string? I could go on, but let's just settle with this works. So, the plan was to have her sit on cake? I still fail to see how that would stop any upcoming trips to Japan. Plus, it would be easy to figure out who was behind this, and then Adrian would hate you both for picking on Kagami. Maybe Chloe's stupid enough to think that this would work, but Marinette? Also, it would have been easier just to walk up to her and throw the cake at her on accident. Chloe's done worse and would have no problem with that, so I don't see why we went through all this effort when there was a much easier way. All this accomplished was wasting time, making Marinette seem awful, and turning everyone else into even bigger idiots than they already were.
But if you didn't make the story or the drawings, then you didn't do anything.
So, Thomas, you're the type of person to sit on a giant slice of cake and eat a specially wrapped macaron that clearly isn't for you? You're not really making yourself seem great here. I mean, this episode's very existence was already assassinating your reputation, but you're just making things worse at this point.
What's happening? This macaron contains almonds! I specifically told you that I'm allergic to almonds!
We were so careful about that. All the macaroons are made from coconut.
Well, idiot, this is what happens when you eat a macaron that obviously wasn't meant for you. This is an event with a ton of people. Anybody could have brought their own snacks in. If you have food allergies, don't eat random food you don't know the contents of.
What is that? Who put this cake on this seat?
Who sat on the obvious cake on that seat? That's right, you did.
I should have known. How could one of Chloe's plans end in anything but disaster?
Yeah, you should have known. I really don't know how you didn't see this coming.
I spent 3 years of my life working day in, day out for this. What was meant to be my night is ruined.
Here, I'll take those, Tom. I'll hand them out.
Nobody could care less about me.
It's precisely because you pull stuff like this that nobody likes you, Astruc. The real Astruc, I mean. For in-universe Astruc, somebody should really get him an EpiPen. It's actually pretty concerning that no one pays him any attention. Not even Tom and Sabine, who know he's having an allergic reaction. This is comical levels of negligence. Also, what was he talking about? 3 years? 3 years spent on what? Ladybug and Cat Noir haven't been around for 3 years, so it's not how long he spent on this movie. Maybe that's how long he's been working in this profession, but at his age, that number seems rather low.
The behind-the-scenes creator who never gets any of the credit. The perfect type of injustice for my Akumas.
Oh, this is just painful. The narcissism is strong with this one.
Now I understand why Kagami speaks so much about you. Your father has raised you to be a refined young man.
The plan is a total disaster. Adrian and Kagami are even closer now than they were before.
Well, duh. Even if the plan had gone right, that still would have been the case. I refuse to believe Marinette is actually this stupid. This has to be a dream. Or I'm hallucinating. That's it. That has to be it.
Special passion fruit macaroon? But that's the favorite of... No. Don't tell me that. You've got a crush on Adrian.
How did you not know that already?
You're a nobody in his eyes. Watch, I'll prove it. Adrikins.
Who are you? You can't come.
So you really think a director does nothing? Well, let me show you exactly what I'm capable of.
To be fair, you were never able to explain what you do, so it seems like even you know you didn't do anything. This design is fine, except for the mask. I don't know why, I just don't like it.
I promise I'll never take Chloe's advice again.
A costume change and an actual animation change is huge for this show. Well done.
What's with that trailer too? I am not scared of cats at all.
You haven't even seen the movie and you're already slamming it!
No, she's slamming the trailer. What just happened? I'm hallucinating again, right? Because that didn't make any sense.
Did you just pause the image?
No, did you see him freeze?
No, I had my eyes closed because of the smoke.
Me too.
Okay, so that's why he didn't take our Miraculous.
If nobody's watching him,
he stops moving.
Just like a narcissist.
If nobody watches it, it's as if it didn't exist.
Well, that too, I guess. Wait, if Animaestro can't move without people looking at him, how did he manage to get out of the bathroom?
You can tell everyone to shut their eyes and switch off their TVs, but there'll always be at least one person watching me.
I wouldn't miss this show for anything.
There will be no live coverage.
What? No!
Why are you acting so surprised? That was the only reasonable solution. You know, I really want to take a send off for all these references, but I just can't. This episode would have been fine, maybe even good, if they hadn't modeled the villain after the actual creator. I mean, it still wouldn't have made much sense, but at least the references would land and the animation would be admirable. The way it is now, this whole episode reeks of attention-seeking behavior and pure ego, and that ruins everything else about it. It's such a shame.
Once we close our eyes, it's time for the end credits, Animaestro.
No! No!
And that shout didn't make anyone look at him, and no one recognized his voice? Gabriel, why would you risk your identity for one akumatized villain?
No! Shut your eyes tight, Cat Noir.
He should have turned into something massive so they'd have a harder time getting at his mask with their eyes closed. It probably wouldn't have made a difference, but at least try a little here. We are lucky Cat Noir didn't miss the mask. The Miraculous Ladybug cured his allergic reaction and cleaned his clothes. Maybe Lila's lie at the end of Chameleon wasn't so far-fetched after all.
Chloe, please don't tell Adrian I have a crush on him. I'm not going to tell him. You're not worth the extra attention.
Because if Chloe told him, the plot might actually progress for once. In all seriousness, I doubt Chloe would tell Adrian because there's a chance he might like Marinette back, and Chloe would hate that. And with that in mind, what was Chloe going to tell him earlier? Was the episode baiting us? Who am I kidding? This show is practically nothing but bait. I really shouldn't be surprised at this point.
You know what? Take my seat and enjoy the movie. I've seen it 10 times or more. What matters the most for the movie is to be seen by people who really want to see it, right? Sorry, I guess you don't know who I am either.
Of course I do! You're Thomas Astruck, the movie director! Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you!
She recognized me. Somebody actually recognized me. This is the best day of my life!
The woman earlier recognized you. Ew, 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 ew. Stop putting yourself on a pedestal, Astruck. There's something so uniquely gross about placing yourself into your own show and forcing your characters to praise you. I'm so disgusted I can't even begin to explain it.
Come on, get a grip!
So this might be wrong, but this is how I would have said that. Konbanwa, Tsurugi-san. Dozo yoroshiku onegai shimasu.
Domo arigato, Tsurugi-san.
Why is it Animaestro? Why the sudden music reference? Thank you to Trip Meyers, KassKreations, Miraculous Season 2, Electric Boogaloo, MC, the original Starwalker, Adamervinp, Swanky Nugget, and Boy Eats Melon for supporting the channel on Patreon.